Okay, before I can show you guys the meals for this full day of eating with If It Fits Your Macros, I first have to show you what my calories are, what my macro goals are. So right now, in this mini cut that I'm currently in, I am eating for anywhere from 2,200 to 2,300 calories. Somewhere in between that is usually what I'm at day after day. And I follow a 40-40-20 macro split. I talk about that more in this video here, which you can check out after watching this one. Basically, it's where you divide your calories, so that 2,300, 2,200 calories into 40% protein, 40% carbs, and 20% fat. And so these are my macros on the screen right now. That's the goal. And at the end of the video, we'll see how close I am to hitting those goals with my meals. So without further ado, let's go on to meal number 1. So I follow intermittent fasting. So after 4 to 6 hours of fasting and refilling coffee like 1 to 2 times, I get ready to have my pre-workout meal. So this is usually Kodiak cakes. So if you don't know what Kodiak cakes are, I've mentioned it for like years on this channel. Kodiak cakes are my favorite thing. I buy it in bulk all the time. But anyways, I have 75 grams Kodiak cakes. I also mix in 30 grams of Legion Whey plus protein powder, cinnamon cereal to be exact. It's the best flavor. Once I weigh everything out, I pour out 3 fluffy pancakes in my non-stick pan, cover it up, and it just makes the best protein pancakes. But at the end of the video, I'll show you a better way to do it. These are delicious. They taste great. And that's my pre-workout meal. I also add some Walden Farms pancake syrup, which is 0-calorie syrup, which also tastes great. And so the macros for this specific meal are 390 calories, 42 grams of protein, 45 grams of carbs, and 5 grams of fat. And so after about like 30-ish minutes, I go ahead and work out. And now right now I am following a variation of Mike Matthews' new book, Beyond Bigger, Leaner, Stronger, which I do have a review on my channel. If you want to check that out, it is an intermediate to advanced weightlifting program / book. So make sure to check that out if you are in that category. But this is not a workout video. Instead, we're going to talk about meal number 2 now. And so meal number 2, always after a big workout, I have a big meal. And by big, I don't mean big in calories. I mean big in volume, which is especially important when you're cutting. And big volume meals are like the key to success when you're cutting. You don't want to waste calories on low volume, high calorie foods. That is the exact opposite thing you want to do, especially while you're cutting, because you're going to be hungry and you're going to be unsatisfied. So this big high volume meal consists of 4 servings of liquid egg whites, a handful of chopped tomatoes, mushrooms, onions, broccoli. In this recording, I ran out of broccoli. I believe I had 175 grams of white rice and then 10 ounces of chicken. I'll correct that if that's wrong too, but I believe 10 ounces of chicken. All of this added up into a delicious 665 calories, 91 grams of protein. Yes, 91 grams, 60 grams of carbs, and 4 grams of fat. And yes, I know so far these first 2 meals don't have very much fat at all, but I like to save my fat calories or fat macros towards the end of the night. So don't worry about that. Okay, and so meal number 3 is actually one of my favorites. It's my go-tos. It's in every one of my meal plans that I've ever followed, and that is protein yogurt. Now, I like it because it's simple and easy to prepare. It doesn't take a lot of time. It takes me like less than 5 minutes to just put everything in a bowl and start eating. And I only really use it to satisfy my sweet tooth. And no, it doesn't follow my volume calorie rule that I use for cutting, but damn it, this meal is so good and that's why I follow it. So this meal consists of 255 grams of Greek yogurt. The brand is always changing because we always go different places for some reason, but 255 grams of Greek yogurt. We got 30 grams of Legion Whey protein, again, cinnamon cereal. We got 1 banana, so that varies always depending on the size of the banana, and then 1 serving or 32 grams of peanut butter. And then sometimes if calories allow for it, I will add like Oreo crumbles, graham cracker crumbles, or something to make it even better. But essentially that's the meal, and this meal consists of 575 calories, 56 grams of protein, 37 grams of carbs, and 23 grams of fat. Okay, and so far after these 3 meals, we have the following. We have 1,630 calories, 189 grams of protein, 142 grams of carbs, and 32 grams of fat. Okay, and so now that we're all caught up, this last meal usually varies a lot. So the first 3 meals are usually what I have all the time. The last meal varies every day, every couple of days, depending on what I have in my house. But for this recording, it is as follows. It is casein protein pancakes with chocolate chips. And by far, this is my favorite meal. I cannot stress this enough. This is my go-to. This is what I usually have to satisfy everything that I could ever want while cutting. It literally tastes like gooey chocolate chip cookies. So I use casein protein powder because at nighttime, again, this is my final meal of the day. Casein protein powder digests slowly and is better for you if you eat it at night. That's why a lot of people do like cottage cheese at night, because it has a lot of casein in there, I believe. Also, casein is way better for making fluffier and thicker pancakes, so that's why I use casein. And so the casein I use is also from Legion. It's their banana cream pie flavor, and I know what you're thinking, what the hell? Why are you making that type of pancake? But oh my God, I was skeptical at first because it was a brand new flavor, but it is so good, especially with Kodiak cakes and chocolate chips. It is out of this world. And like everyone says, you can't knock it until you try it. So if you want to try it, try it. But here's what the makeup of this meal consists of. So we got 106 grams of Kodiak cake mix, 35 grams of casein protein powder. We got 28 grams of chocolate chips. Sometimes we overspill, but who's looking? And then we put it in a nonstick pan, cover the top, and we wait for all the goodness to come about. And the macros for this delicious meal are 645 calories, 57 grams of protein, 82 grams of carbs, and 13 grams of fat. And those are the best 645 calories of your life. And so now that all my 4 meals are out of the way, let's compare what I ate versus the goal for the day. And so the goal calories and macros based again on my 40-40-20 split are on the left. And my calories for the day that I ate this day are on the right. So as you can see, I'm pretty spot on with my macro goals and the way my food fits those macro goals. And so this is my favorite way to do things. Again, that last meal varies a lot because sometimes those calories don't fit depending on what I'm doing. So if this video gave you any ideas on meals for losing weight or whatever you're doing, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.